Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, you guys, we are going to be decorating and restyling my kitchen countertops and island for summer. After my kitchen is all nice and clean, and before I start to decorate, I always like to fill the room with some fresh aroma. So today I'm using my simmer pot. So I'm gonna make some homemade stovetop potpourri. That's basically what a simmer pot is. So today we're gonna be using some fresh lemon, some fresh rosemary from the garden, and then a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm gonna add these things to this pot here, and then I'm gonna bring it up to a boil, reduce it down to a nice simmer, and then just let it steep on the stove, and it's going to fill the kitchen with some really fresh natural aroma. For the recipe I'm using here today, I'm just using some simple ingredients that I have lying around my house. I had some lemons on hand, and then I have some rosemary from my garden, and then I also have some vanilla. They have a plethora of different kinds of recipes that you can find on Pintrest as well as Google to help you create your custom scent for your own kitchen or your own home. But this is a really easy and inexpensive way to just have your home smelling like summer and just filling it with some fresh aroma. For the pot that I'm using today, I did purchase it from Amazon. I'll have a link down in the description box below. One thing I love to do once my kitchen is all nice and deep clean, I love to go in and restyle my kitchen countertops for the season. So we're in summer, so I want to keep everything light and airy and just have it really simple and not too fussy. So we're going to start over here on my coffee station here. This little gold and marble tray, I absolutely love it because you can use it for a different variety of things. Right now I'm using it to store my extra mugs, my coffee creamer, and my sugar. But you can also use this to to display your spices as well, or you can use it for a different variety of things throughout your kitchen. So it's definitely a versatile piece. Not only does it look aesthetically pleasing, but it also is very functional. So now I'm going to add in my hand soaps. This is by the Mrs. Meyer brand, and this is in the scent lemon verbena. I think it's a really nice, fresh, crisp scent for summer. So I'm going to add that to this little tray as well as a little scrub brush. One simple way that I love to style my kitchen countertops is I go around and I create different vignettes, but I also try to keep everything functional and aesthetically pleasing, so everything has a place in a home. So it may look pretty, but it also has a function for my kitchen. So I'm starting over here by my stovetop. I'm adding in these wooden cutting boards. I actually had these for a while. I got those from Walmart. And then I'm going to add in a cookbook as well as a little marble tray to hold or corral all of my essentials that I would need for this area. So this little marble tray did come from Target years ago. And then I'm going to add in my gold salt and pepper shakers. And then I'm also going to add in my olive oils. One area of my kitchen that I've really been enjoying decorating for the seasons is above my stove. So I'm adding in another DIY art piece. And I think it just really adds a nice kind of cozy vibe to the kitchen. I'm also going to add in this utensil holder with my utensils on the opposite side. You'll see me bring in a lot of warm elements to my kitchen. My kitchen is bright white. I have white cabinets, white counters. I have glass backsplash. So I try to bring in a lot of wood area elements and dark elements just to kind of warm up the space. Because sometimes white can definitely be too bland. I think if you just leave it as is, but I think by adding in some contrasting pieces, it just really give the kitchen a nice curated look. So I'm adding in these wooden bowls that I got from Ross. I'm just going to add some lemons to it. I'm also going to add in my spoon rest and then this floral arrangement. So for this side of my sink area, I'm going to add in this woven basket. I did pick it up from Home Goods, adding in another element of that warmth to my kitchen. I'm going to add in this lamp that I got is from Hearth and Hand. I always like to add in a small mini lamp somewhere in my kitchen because it gives a nice soft ambiance at night. It's a little bit softer on the eye, so you don't have so much harsh lights from those overhead recess lights. So I'm going to add in some cookbooks. I love to decorate with all kinds of books throughout my house. I think it just really adds another layer of design. And then I have been recently adding in lots of picture frames or framed art to my kitchen as well. I think it really adds in another element of design and also kind of gives your space a different decor piece to play around with. So yes, I've been liking the way it's looking. So all of these prints are digital downloads you can get from Amazon or Etsy. And then this wooden and gold frame here I did pick up from Michael's. This little bud vase I got from Home Goods, and then this greenery came from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm also going to add in a scented candle as well. This one is from Hearth and Hand. So on this side of my kitchen countertop, I'm going to be adding in another vignette, but this time I'm using this wooden cutting board as a tray. So you can always try to repurpose things and use it for what is not intended to be used for, like this cutting board here. It still serves as a functional piece, but I'm also using it as a tray. Corralling things together on a tray, it would be your best friend in your kitchen because it kind of keeps everything all nice and neat, and then it doesn't look all cluttered. So I added in this marble cake stand with some muffins. I added in another cutting board standing up in another piece of art, and then a little mini topiary. Then I'm also going to add in some of my measuring cups, and I'm also going to add in a kitchen towel later on. So in this corner, I thought it needed something else. I'm going to add in this wooden cookbook stand. I got this from Amazon. I absolutely like this one because it's solid wood and it also has a brass metal detail at the bottom. So I just opened it up to one of my favorite recipes at the moment. And then I think it just adds in a nice little touch to that little corner over there. Next, I'm going to add in some kitchen towels, and then I always like to add in a wreath for the season on my pantry door. So this little cute one I got from Amazon. It was fairly inexpensive. So everything that I can link, I'll have linked down in the description box below. If I don't have it linked in my description box, you can definitely check out my Amazon store because a lot of these things came from either Amazon or Target, Walmart. So I'll try to link as much of these things as I possibly can. So for my kitchen island, I always like to really style this area up for the different seasons. It just gives me a nice smile on my face when I come into my kitchen and see a beautiful vignette on my kitchen island. So I'm using a lot of greenery, as you can see, this summer. So I just love the colors of green during the summertime. It just reminds me of some beautiful flowers blooming out in the garden. So I got this vase from Home Goods years ago, and then all of these stems is a mixture of the at-home store, Hobby Lobby, as well as Home Goods. And then I'm going to add in this bowl with some faux artichokes. The artichokes came from Amazon. The bowl actually came from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm going to add in these canisters. These are from Mackenzie Childs. You can order those from their website, or you can get them from Amazon. And then I'm also going to add in another scented candle to kind of blend in or layer in different layers and different scents. So this one is by Bath and Body Works. And to finish off my kitchen, I always like to change out my runners for the season. So this one is fairly inexpensive. I got this one in a set from Ross, and I really love the colors in it. So yes. So that is it, you guys, for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope it brought you some kitchen home decor inspiration. If you are looking for any of these items to help style your own kitchen, don't forget to check the description box below. Thank you again to Ferrero Sweden for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.